Hi, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today I am just so excited to be right here. If you know me, you know how I just love fragrance gardening. I'm a propagator. I propagate plants, I focus on orchids, but even with my orchids as well as with many of the other plants that I have, I really like the fragrances that these babies put out. And I am so happy to be right next to one of my favorite fragrance plants, and that is this beautiful gardenia. So this is a plant that I picked up maybe about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. When we first bought this house here, there was a bougainvillea right here, and it was okay, it was colorful, and it was an okay plant, but it had gotten too big. It was in the house. It was, and they're thorny, and it had gotten up. You trim it, you get scratched, and I kind of tried to trim it and train it for a few years, and then I just got tired of it, and I pulled it, and I got this guy. I was looking for gardenias, so I was looking for a classic gardenia for years. The only thing that I don't like about gardenias are the white flower colors. So white's not my favorite, but you can't find, or I haven't been able to find any different color gardenias. And then the plant, I had a gardenia plant in the backyard of the house here, and that had to get pulled because of some work that we had done. And I was really sad to have that plant go, but that was an old plant. And I tried to maintain it, I tried to trim it, train it, keep it in place, but it was an old plant, small flowers, got out of hand. I saw this a few years ago. I'm not even sure where I got this plant, if it was a big box store or a local nursery. But the thing that I really like about this plant is these flowers are just huge. It has big flowers, too strong. The fragrance on this, so when you walk around from the side of my house that's about 20-30 feet that way, you can smell this. Right behind me is the front lanai. You can sit on the front lanai and smell this plant. This is just, the fragrance that this thing puts out is just incredible. With some of my orchids, I have, where if you smell hard enough and long enough, you can say, okay, there might be a little gardenia fragrance that's in here. This is a gardenia, and the size of the flowers here and the intensity of the flower is just awesome. It's just really, really incredible. Okay, one of the things that you need to, look at these flower buds. These aren't even open, and they're huge. Size of my thumb, and they're not even open. Once the flowers are open, they're just huge. One of the things that you have to watch out for with gardenias, so they tend to have symptoms of deficiency a lot. So when I water this plant, I make sure that I use a good fertilizer. When I fertilize all of my orchids, which is once a week with a weak fertilizer solution. I make sure there's a balance I make sure that there's additional magnesium in there. I just make sure, again, I fertilize once a week, which is a lot. The other problem with gardenias is thrips, and I'm an orchid grower, and thrips are a nuisance in the orchid world. So when I spray my orchids, I spray this, and I look at the flowers, and it's really surprising. I have no thrips on these flowers. So if you take care of them and you spray them, they'll be fine. These gardenias also tend to have problems with scale, but when I spray these plants for thrips, I use a broad spectrum insecticide, and it takes care of the scale as well. So you can see on here, you can see some there's some spider webs and spider eggs are on this plant, and spiders are not my favorite, but they control other insects, so I'm letting the spiders be and I'm letting them go. But I just was here. I came around the corner of my house, smelled the incredible fragrance. I happened to have my camera with me, so I thought, okay, I'm going to do another video on one of my most favorite fragrant plants. All right, so this gardenia is just one of my new favorites. Just awesome. It will get big, so it'll grow up. I'm sitting on the ground. I'm not standing up here, if you couldn't tell. So it'll get a little bigger. So but it's not really fast growing, so it's no problem to keep it trimmed at just the right level. Again, right next to my front lanai, when the fragrance comes out, it's just incredible. So I don't need to get close, but just really nice fragrance on this plant. All right, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you can click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.